You know, when you're listening to music, maybe a live show, and you hear that that little background hum or uh, maybe a hiss that just won't quit. Sometimes even that awful squeal from an amp when things get quiet.
Oh, yeah, that unwanted noise, it can really pull you out of the moment.
Totally. And it's this constant headache for engineers, for musicians. Well, today we're going deep on a really clever bit of kit designed specifically to fight that stuff. We're talking about the noise gate.
The gate, yeah. Essential tool.
So fundamentally, what is it? Well, it's basically an audio dynamics tool.
Yeah.
Think of it like a smart switch. It essentially cuts off or closes the audio signal when it drops below a level you set.
Right, a threshold.
Exactly, a threshold. And the main idea is just to kill those noises, the hum, the hiss during the silent bits, pauses in playing, gaps between words, that kind of thing.
And crucially, doing it without messing up the actual sound you want to hear. No weird coloration, no compression artifacts.
Just preserving that clarity. A selective silence enforcer, maybe.
I like that. Selective silence.
So our mission today is to track how this, well, seemingly simple device evolved. That's actually a pretty surprising story. We'll see how it went from just a basic concept to being really a cornerstone of modern audio production. We want to give you those aha moments. We've dug into some great material on the evolution of noise gate technology to pull out the key insights for you. Okay, let's unpack this.
It's fascinating because, the basic idea of gating, it was around before for things like telecom maybe, but for music production specifically, that really kicked off in 1970.
1970. What happened then?
Allison Research, they brought out the KeyBX, Keyable Program Expander.
Good idea.
Yeah, that was the first commercial noise gate built for the studio, and it came in that 500 series format.
The modular racks. Still see those everywhere.
Exactly. Groundbreaking at the time for being modular, saving space in studios. Big deal.
So the KeyBX was designed for noise, obviously. But was that all it did? Or did people find other uses pretty quickly?
Oh, almost immediately. That's the really interesting part. Yes, it was meant to clean up noise, only let the loud stuff through. But engineers right away realized, wait a minute, this thing can shape silence.
Shape silence. How so?
Well, they started using it to tighten up drum tracks. Imagine like a slightly loose kick and snare suddenly becoming really punchy and tight.
Cutting off the decay or the ring.
Precisely. Creating this new kind of rhythmic precision and sculpting dynamic envelopes in ways they couldn't before.
So it went beyond just noise reduction into creative territory.
Absolutely. That was the KeyBX's real aha moment. It wasn't just a utility, it could be a creative rhythmic tool, taking a muddy drum sound and making it snap.
That is a big shift.
Yeah.
Turning cleanup into creation.
Yeah.
But okay, the KeyBX, while brilliant, was maybe still a bit blunt.
Relatively speaking, yeah. It set the stage, but there were definitely challenges left. People needed more control.
So what came next? What were the hurdles? And how did the tech evolve to jump them?
Well, fast forward about 12 years, 1982. That's when Drummer Electronics really shook things up with the DS201 dual noise gate.
The Drummer DS201. I know that name. Still see those in racks today.
You absolutely do. It became, and honestly still is, a studio standard. It just offered so much more precision and flexibility than anything before it.
Okay, how? What specifically made the DS201 such a leap forward that it stuck around for, over 40 years?
Several key things. It introduced frequency-selective sidechain filters, meaning the gate could listen to a specific frequency range to decide when to open or close. So you could tell it, hey, only open when you hear the thump of the kick drum, ignore the cymbal bleed.
Ah, very clever. Much more targeted.
Exactly. It also had a hold control, letting you set exactly how long the gate stayed open, and a ducking mode.
Ducking.
Yeah, instead of slamming shut, it would just lower the volume, attenuate the signal. Perfect for, say, make background music dip when a voiceover starts.
Okay. Very useful.
And critically, an external key input. That let you trigger the gate with a completely separate audio signal, sidechaining.
So, connecting all that.
Yeah.
These features gave engineers surgical control, really, way beyond just on.
So precisely, nuance, sculpting dynamics, managing noise with incredible detail. A huge step up.
Okay, so the studio folks had this amazing precision with the DS201. But noise isn't just a studio problem, is it?
Not at all. Live musicians, especially guitarists with noisy amps and pedals, big problem.
So how did this kind of sophisticated gating tech start showing up for, the gigging musician in a format they could actually use on stage?
That's where the Stompbox comes in, the compact pedal format.
Yeah.
That brought gating power to so many more people.
Makes sense. Any key examples?
Oh, absolutely. The BIS NS2 noise suppressor came out in 1987. That thing is iconic.
The NS2. Yep, see those on pedal boards constantly. What made it tick?
Well, it was analog. It used a clever separate sense circuit. The idea was it could detect the noise level without messing with your playing dynamics, your guitar signal itself.
So it listened separately.
Kind of, yeah. It also had different modes, like reduction or full mute. And this was really smart. It had send and return jacks.
Like an effects loop within the pedal.
Exactly. So you could put just your noisy pedals, like maybe some high gain distortion or fuzz inside that loop. The NS2 would only gate that part of your signal chain.
Instead of gating your entire clean guitar tone, too.
Right. It let you target the noise source.
Okay.
Plus, it was smooth, pretty transparent, didn't kill your tone, it just worked. Became a utility classic for a reason.
That seems incredibly practical. The simplicity, the effectiveness, that loop idea.
Yeah.
No wonder it's endured.
Totally. It solved a massive problem in a really smart, simple way.
So after the NS2 established that beachhead in the pedal world, what was the next evolution? Did things get even more precise in the compact format?
They did. People wanted even more tailored control. Take the MXR M135 Smart Gate that came out around 2005.
MXR Smart Gate.
Okay.
What was its angle?
Its smarts were in offering 3 specific gating modes: hiss, mid, and full.
So you could target the type of noise?
Exactly, aiming at specific noise bands. Plus, it had a really precise threshold knob, fast attack circuitry to catch noise quickly, and importantly, hardwire bypass.
Meaning when it's off, it's really off? Signal goes straight through?
Correct. No tones suck when bypassed.
Yeah.
Preserves your signal perfectly, lets all your sustain ring out when you want it. It was about giving players more specific tools for their noise problems.
Right, a definite move towards more granular control, even in a small pedal.
And right around that same time, mid-2000s, we saw another interesting trend.
Which was?
Taking really high-end, complex rack technology and somehow squeezing it into a pedal. Miniaturizing studio power.
Okay. Like who?
ISP Technology is a great example. They released the ISP Decimator noise reduction pedal also around 2005.
Decimator, another well-known name.
Yeah, and it was directly based on their sophisticated Pro Rack gear, specifically the G-string units.
G-string, right. Catchy name.
It introduced something they patented called time vector processing.
Time vector processing. Okay, sounds fancy. What does that actually do, and why do guitarists care?
So time vector processing, the core idea was to track the envelope of the guitar signal really, really intelligently. It was designed to handle both super fast staccato notes, think quick metal riffs, and long sustaining notes without messing either of them up.
What kind of mess are we talking about? What problems did it solve?
A big issue with earlier, simpler gates, especially with high-gain guitar sounds, was that they could sometimes cut off notes too early, especially sustained notes. Or they might introduce weird little volume fluctuations, kind of a ripple as the gate opened and closed.
Okay, so artifacts that mess with the performance.
Exactly. Time vector processing aimed for much smoother, more transparent operation, less noticeable gating action.
A leap in transparency, then.
Definitely. And then with later versions like the Decimator II, the G-String 2, they added the ability to link 2 pedals together.
Link them how?
So you could put one Decimator pedal before your amplifier input and the second one in your amp's effects loop.
Like a pre-gain and post-gain setup?
Precisely. It mimicked those sophisticated dual-stage gating setups you'd find in high-end studio racks. But now you could do it on your pedal board.
Wow. True dual-stage gating in pedal form. That's pretty serious noise control for a guitarist.
Absolutely. Ultimate noise control, really, for that format.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Seeing these complex studio ideas get distilled, refined, and put right onto a stage floor.
It really is. The pace of miniaturization and feature transfer has been incredible.
Which I guess brings us more or less up to today.
Yeah.
Now, noise gates seem to be, well, kind of everywhere, right? Not just standalone boxes.
Oh, completely integrated. You find digital noise gates built into almost everything now.
Like what?
Think about multi-effects units, amp modelers, your Line 6 helixes, Fractal X-Fex units, Kempers. They all have built-in gates.
And I imagine the digital ones have some extra tricks.
For sure. Often very advanced features. Things like sidechain EQ, so the gate listens even more specifically. Look-ahead capabilities.
Look ahead. It sees the future.
Sort of. It analyzes the incoming audio a few milliseconds before it happens, allowing the gate to react incredibly quickly and smoothly, almost predictively. Ultra-fast attack and release times, too.
That's pretty sophisticated stuff built right in. Yeah. And it's not just hardware, is it? Software, too.
Absolutely. In the world of digital audio workstations, DAWs, the plugins offer mind-blowing options. Companies like Waves, FabFilter, even Logic's own built-in tools.
What kind of options are we talking about in software?
Things that were almost sci-fi not long ago. Spectral gating, for instance.
Spectral gating?
Yeah, allowing you to target noise only within very specific frequency bands inside a single sound, like just removing hiss above 10 kilohertz without touching the rest.
Wow, that's surgical.
It is. And downward expansion, which is a gentler form of jading. Instead of shutting off completely, it just subtly reduces the level of quiet sounds or a noise floor. More natural sometimes.
So cleaning things up without obvious gating artifacts.
Exactly. Plus, adaptive learning algorithms that analyze the noise and figure out the best settings for you, which really does raise an important question.
How much smarter can these get?
Precisely. Which leads us neatly into the really cutting-edge development right now, AI.
AI-powered gating. Okay, now we're talking future tech.
It's happening now. Plugins like Sonible's Smart.Gate, they use artificial intelligence.
How does AI help a noise gate?
Well, Smart.Gate, for example, analyzes the harmonic content of the audio signal. Based on that analysis, it can intelligently figure out what's the desired sound, like the vocal or the guitar, and what's unwanted bleed or noise from other sources.
So it learns the difference.
Essentially, yes. And then it automatically sets the threshold, the attack, the release times, often based on profiles for different instruments. It kind of thinks for you.
That sounds remarkably useful, making these powerful tools even easier and more effective.
It's a huge step towards more intuitive, almost invisible noise reduction.
What an incredible arc we've just traced. Really, from that first commercial unit, the Keypex in 1970.
Right up to AI analyzing harmonics today.
It's just staggering.
Yeah.
Noise gates have clearly gone from being, fairly basic on-off switches to incredibly sophisticated dynamic processors. They genuinely shape the sound we hear.
And that whole journey, it just screams constant innovation, doesn't it? You go from frequency-aware sidechains and racks
to shrinking multi-stage setups into pedals.
To software that literally learns from the audio it's hearing, and it's all driven by the same goal, letting musicians, engineers, creators, letting them control noise without killing the tone or the feel. This raises an important question. Where does this intelligence go next? What problems are left to solve?
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? Well, it means that pristine, clear sound you expect, whether it's music, maybe a movie soundtrack, even this very recording, it often depends heavily on these tools working away, often completely unnoticed.
These invisible tools, yeah. Enhancing clarity, adding punch, making things sound better.
Exactly. So maybe next time you're listening closely, think about that. Think about how these subtle but really powerful technologies shape almost everything you hear, often without you having any idea they're even there. And makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other invisible tech do you think has had such a profound impact on sound, just constantly refining our listening experience behind the scenes?